Hey everyone, this is Lucy, your host on T2K Pronto, and we have a very special guest today. We have Realramedy. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Lucy. Shout.
So happy to have you. Thank you for being here with us. So we just heard great news that you dropped a new song. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I dropped a new song called Envious. You can find it on all platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, anywhere you can go and stream your music, you can find it. And I dropped it on New Year's Day.
That's awesome. 2023 with a new song. You have a new video in the works, right? Coming out.
Yes, I have a video visual to the song that's coming out next couple weeks. Shot by T2K Pronto. It's a visual that captures everything that is entailed in the song.
That's so nice to hear that. We're super excited to hear that. So, what's the focus of the song?
So the focus of the song, I made it in regards to times where I felt like a loner. Growing up a lot as a kid, I was stuck in video games and I didn't really fit in with a lot of the kids because I moved a lot. So I was always the new kid. So it kind of made me feel like I was alone and I didn't belong in certain circles with kids who grew up with each other. So this is me speaking through that lens, just as an adult growing up and being into different things and a lot of my peers who are around me, and just kind of shedding light and connecting with those who also feel the same way.
I love that. Well, we have a common theme here with T2K Pronto of staying connected. And now I have another question. Why Real Remedy?
So I chose Real Remedy because music was my remedy. It got me through some of the darkest times I had where I felt like I couldn't see a way through. I would listen to rappers and singers that really inspired me to keep going in those days. And with that, I figured, well, I had people who pushed me into writing and doing more music. And I was like, well, if music's my remedy, I can be other people's remedy and spread that and spread the love that I got from the music I listen to.
That's very inspiring. And, I feel like Remedy is like healing. So that's so awesome that you found like healing in music. I feel like a lot of people could relate to that. And what inspires you?
So what inspires me a lot is the origins of rap. People putting their struggles and true stories into music. The things that they go through all society, through their story as black people or just individuals in general, just, making it through life, whether it be happy times, sad times, times where you want to party, times where you want to be emotional, you want to go through a breakup, you want to fall in love. All those times really inspire me to make music tailored to my story and the things I've been through and finding people who have gone through similar stories and connecting with them.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Little birdie told me you're from Chicago. So now you've been living in LA for how long?
I've been in LA for 2 years.
Okay.
But I'm originally from the south side of Chicago.
Chi-town. Okay. So compared to Chicago, how do you like LA? Like what do you got to say between the two cities?
So I say I like the scenery. The mountains is definitely different from Chicago, which is a flat land state. So there's no mountains. Lots of hills, but no mountains. The weather, first of all,
weather,
I like snow, but I don't love it. And driving through it and dealing with it for years, it kind of takes a toll on your body.
Yeah.
So definitely, waking up and not having to worry about what negative it is outside is
totally
refreshing.
Yeah. I mean, everybody comes out here for the weather, but you don't miss deep dish pizza or all the other stuff that Chicago has to offer.
So the one thing I do miss is the food. Just there's so many varieties of food in Chicago that you could feel like you could eat all around the world. So that's one thing I do miss. Just the varieties of food. And then, some family and certain friends who are in Chicago too.
That's awesome. Okay, so if you could pick two artists that you could collab with or make music with, who would it be?
So I would pick Chance the Rapper for the fact that Chance actually came to my school and performed.
What a crazy story.
Yeah, he actually performed, and I asked one of the guys in the crowd, this was before I knew who he was, man, how old is he? Like, oh man, he's like the same age as you. I'm like, what? He's doing what he loves? and it kind of sparked me to be like, okay, well,
You could do it
I can
too.
do it too.
That's awesome.
Chance, and then another will be Lil Durk.
Where's he from?
Lil Durk's from I guess eastern part of Chicago,
Ooh.
O Block. So yeah, Lil Durk's from a harder edge part of Chicago, but I vibe with a lot of his music, and he always puts real instances and stories and challenges that he's dealt with in his life into his music, and I connect with that.
Okay, I have to ask, because you're from Chicago, did you ever go to Lollapalooza?
Yes, I've actually been to Lollapalooza one time. It was pretty crazy. People tried to storm the gate, so it was hectic. But no, it's a good time. It's always a lot of fun.
I've been there myself. So much fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists out there and people to connect with, and just enjoying living in that moment where people are there to enjoy music and really have fun and cooperate and mingle with other people and just live in that experience.
Yeah,
it's
that's
dope.
awesome. Well, I'm sure we'll see you there on that stage someday.
Yeah, someday, very soon. Yes.
What producer would you like to work with?
So the producer from Chicago I like to work with would be Seasick. Seasick makes some crazy beats. He's been on featured on a lot of artists projects. One of the last projects I listened to was actually G Herbo's, and he had a couple beats on his project. And I've actually had the chance to meet him too. So it would just be cool to actually get a beat from him, work with him, see what I can cook up and what could come from us working together.
Well, I'm manifesting that for you for 2023.
Oh, thank you.
And something I want your fans to know more about you. So what is it that you would like for them to know here on T2K Pronto?
So I would like the fans to know that I pride myself on versatility. I never wanted people to put me in a box. And that was a part of me moving as a kid so much. It just always was everywhere. I was with the kids who like video games, the kids who like sports, and even myself. Like I skateboard, I play golf, I play basketball, play video games. I'm into anime. I got the tattoos to prove it. Like I'm a nerd, but I love a multitude of things, and I feel like that's what being human is to me. So I try to put that in my music and put that forth in my life, is letting others know that it's okay to be outside the box and like multiple things, and you don't have to just feel like you're only connected to the one aspect of hip hop that you like or the one genre of music that you like. You can like a multitude of things.
I definitely feel that from your lyrics. They're very deep and they're very fun. So I hope all of our audience here checks you out. Can you let them know where they can find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on all platforms at Realramedy. It's one word together. There's no space, just Realramedy. The only one that's different is Twitter. It's @_the Realramedy. But everywhere else is just Realramedy together.
Well, thank you so much for being on here. We really appreciate it, and we're wishing you the best for 2023.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me so much. It's been dope.
Thank you. Well, stay connected, everyone, and thank you for tuning in.